One is through the ballot box. In other words, people will contest and they will have Biafra Nationalist Party, yes, as they have in Scotland. And then we vote for them. When they then go to the House or maybe go to Abuja, they will say, we are here under the mandate of Biafra Nationalist Party. Because of that, we want to go and conduct a referendum in order for us to be free. The other way, you fight. Either you go to the ballot box or you fight. Which option are we choosing? We have chosen to fight. We have come to do what the class of 67 to 70 couldn't do very gallantly, of course. We have come to commence a war that will last forever and ever until Biafra comes. That is one thing you must understand. Once we commence, we never ever stop. If we have to fight a war for 1,000 years, so be it. Once we start, we will never ever stop until Biafra comes. All our enemies will hunt them down. We are all over the world, do you understand? Of the world and counting. 88 at the last count. There is nowhere you cannot find Biafrans. If we deploy our intellect, our scientific know-how, if we deploy everything that we know to the pursuit of this very glory from heaven, we'll get it. Anything standing in our way, I feel sorry for it. If you think our fathers built Ogbonibo in those days, you're dreaming. We have better, more sophisticated ones now. Once we start, I feel sorry for the zoo. Anywhere they like, they can run to. If they like, let them go and run into a pipe, or heaven knows we'll find them, we'll kill you. We want you to understand that. We have come to get our country. That is all we're interested in. If you have common sense, which I know some of you don't have, you will leave us alone. If you know how angry we are, if you know how upset we are, I swear to heaven, you will run away and I'm telling you the truth. Because the world will not have seen anything like us before. We are not asking for anybody's country. We are not asking for anything that doesn't belong to us. All we are saying to Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, and those that support them, leave us alone for goodness sake. When we are free before Lugard came, just leave us alone. Leave us alone, please. If you want oil, take oil and get away. We want to be free, to be developed as sensible human beings. I am tired of living like a monkey and a baboon. My education cannot be wasted on me. I am an economist. There are those of them around me who are lawyers, some are engineers. We know what we can do to make our place better. We know what to do, the type of economy to run. Path we are pursuing is a path of pressure, relentless pressure to ensure that Biafra comes. How are we going to employ that pressure? There are only two ways to get your freedom in the history of the whole world. Freedom can be gotten only two ways. One is through the ballot box. In other words, people will contest and they will have Biafra Nationalist Party, yes, as they have in Scotland. And then we vote for them. When they then go to the House or maybe go to Abuja, they will say, we are here under the mandate of Biafra Nationalist Party. Because of that, we want to go and conduct a referendum in order for us to be free. The other way, you fight. Either you go to the ballot box or you fight. Which option are we choosing? We have chosen to fight. We have come to do what the class of 67 to 70 couldn't do very gallantly, of course. We have come to commence a war that will last forever and ever until Biafra comes. That is one thing you must understand. Once we commence, we never ever stop. If we have to fight a war for 1,000 years, so be it. Once we start, we will never ever stop until Biafra comes. All our enemies will hunt them down. We are all over the world. Do you understand that? in over 80 countries of the world and counting. 88 at the last count. There is nowhere you cannot find Biafrans. If we deploy our intellect, our scientific know-how, if we deploy everything that we know to the pursuit of this very glory from heaven, we'll get it. Anything standing in our way, I feel sorry for it. If you think our fathers built Ogbonibo in those days, you're dreaming. We have better, more sophisticated ones now. Once we start, I feel sorry for the zoo. Anywhere they like, they can run to. If they like, let them go and run into a pipe, oil pipe in Namibia. God in heaven knows who will find them, will kill you. We want you to understand that. We have come to get our country. That is what we're interested in. If you have common sense, which I know some of you don't have, you will leave us alone. If you know how angry we are, if you know how upset we are, I swear to heaven, you will run away and I'm telling you the truth. Because the world will not have seen anything like us before. We are not asking for anybody's country. We are not asking for anything that doesn't belong to us. All we are saying to our Fulani, Yoruba, and those that support them, leave us alone for goodness sake. We were free before Lugard came. Just leave us alone. Leave us alone, please. If you want oil, take oil and get away. We want to be free, to be developed as sensible human beings. I am tired of living like a monkey and a baboon. My education cannot be wasted on me. I am an economist. There are those of them around me who are lawyers, some are engineers. We know what we can do to make our place better. We know what to do, the type of economy to run to make life easier for everybody. We want to be given the opportunity to practice what we have studied in our own land without any intimidation. With the continued existence of the zoo, we will become intimidated, and we don't want that.
Left Felele Olorishogo area of Ibadan this morning.
Thank you so much, Biafrans. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone. I salute each and every one of you. This day, the 5th day of the month of November, in the year of our Lord 2024, a very quick one. There's something I want to say on this very video, that Kanayo, a Nigerian movie actor, but a Biafran. What he said of recent. Not that what he said is something that we did not know, or something that our leader Mazen Namdekan or Simon Eba have not said before. But there's something I want to bring out from this video. That this night, all of a sudden, somebody decided to speak. This night, all of a sudden, somebody wake up to the stark reality of what Biafrans has been under for decades, for many years. I'm not going to waste any of your time. I'll go straight to this video and play it and analyze it for you. For you to know there are millions, there are thousands of others like Kanayo, that understand vividly the suffering of the Biafrans, that understand what the Biafrans are undergoing. But out of fear and what they stand to gain in the zoo, they kept their mouth shut. Out of fear and position they want in the zoo, they kept their mouth shut. Out of fear and what they are eyeing to get in the Zoological Republic, they decide to pretend as if they don't know what has been happening or the predicament of the Biafrans. Let's listen to Kanayo. You have seen this video all over the internet, but there's something I want to bring out of it. Let's listen to him.
I am an economist. There are those of them around me who are lawyers, some are engineers. We know what we can do to make our place better. We know what to do, the type of economy to run to make life easier for everybody. We want to be given the opportunity to practice what we have studied in our own land without any intimidation. With the continued existence of the zoo, we will become intimidated, and we don't want that.
I left Felele Olorishogo area of Ibadan this morning at 7:15, and it's exactly 8:15.
I want you to listen very closely to the confession of this man, Kanayo, on the hard-handedness against the Biafrans, on the discrimination that have been there for decades against the Biafrans, for what the Biafrans has undergone for many years, for many generations. But this generation of Biafrans will stop what our brother Kanayo he want to lament about. He's not lamenting about it because he just suddenly came into Nigeria, that he was living abroad before, or he was living abroad all his life. Kanayo has been in this country. He understands the predicament, what Biafrans are undergoing. He understands the suffering of the people. But why he decided to speak at this dying minute is only him that knows. Listen to him.
And I am in Lagos, and I found out one thing over a distance of 80 kilometers.
Zoo, we will become intimidated, and we don't want that.
I left Felele Olorishogo area of Ibadan this morning at 7:15, and it's exactly 8:15, and I am in Lagos, and I found out one thing over a distance of 80 kilometers. I didn't see one checkpoint, one police checkpoint. I did not see. I did not see an army checkpoint. Have you ever applied the Onitsha Enugu Express Road?
I don't know if you really understand what he said. He applied a particular road in Yoruba land. According to him, I don't know how to pronounce the name, Orolishebu or whatever name. He said that this road is over 80 kilometers from that place to Lagos, inside Lagos. He said for these 80 kilometers, he did not meet any checkpoint. Not police checkpoint, not military checkpoint, not custom, not Air Force, because it's only in Nigeria that Air Force has checkpoint on the road. Not Marine, it's only in Nigeria that Marine has checkpoint on the road. Not civil defense. No nothing. For 80 kilometers. For 80 kilometers. He did not meet anything like checkpoint. 80 kilometers. Do you know what 80 kilometers is? Do you know how many hours? There's no checkpoint of any sort. But come to the old Eastern region. Hear it from him. Come to the old Eastern region and see things by yourself. And see things for yourself.
Did you ever count the number of police checkpoints or military checkpoints on Enugu Onitsha Road? I'm still on the road. This is Lagos. Have you ever counted? Why is the Southeast so militarized? so policed that you cannot go for more than 200 meters without a police checkpoint?
This question, since Kanayo pretend that as old as he is today, that he did not understand why our place is so policed and so militarized. Let me explain it to Kanayo. Let this be a take home. Please, as you come in, do well to share. This video is not going to be long, so that I want this video to get to Kanayo. Biafra land is being occupied. Police of occupation, mean army of occupation, is occupying the land of Biafra today, because after 1967, 1970, Britain told the Zoological Republic to make sure that they militarize Biafra land, so that you, your children, people like Mazen Namdekano, people like Simon Epa, people like me and you, we never for one day rise up to say that what they are doing is evil. That will never rise up to say that the creation of Nigeria is an abomination to human. To rise up and say that the abomination created by Lugard will not stand in our land. That is why your land has been militarized. And not only being militarized, that is why the young men and women of Biafra land has been disappearing on daily basis. That is why Mazen Nnamdi Okukan is in the DSS dungeon today. That's why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya. Extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. That's why Simon Ekpa is on daily basis working to make sure that Biafrans are freed. Kanayo is just waking up to the stark reality that we are being supervised. That we are living like people that have been conquered in a war. Whereas the reverse was the case. Biafra land was never conquered by anybody. Just like we've never went all out to conquer anybody's land. What they declared after the war was no victor, no vanquished. With additional 3 hours that they did nothing about. But that's not why we're here today. Kanayo that have been traveling all over the place in Nigeria is all of a sudden surprised that is only in the southeast that is being militarized and policed. That is not happening in other parts of the world. Thank God that he spoke up. Thank God that he all of a sudden find out. Can he now understand why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is insisting that even if he's going to take his life, that he must stand with the Biafrans? Can he now understand why Simon Ekpa's name has been in the lips of those that call themselves One Nigeria? Can he now understand why bounty upon bounty had been placed on Mazi Simon Ekpa's head? Can he now understand why December the 2nd is very, very important to the Biafrans? That people like him should be in Finland to endorse Biafra coming. Did he now understand why he should also be at the forefront championing for the Biafra emergence? Is he going to do that? The answer is no. Is he going to say more about this? The answer is no. What the spirit of One Nigeria has done to every Biafran that raises his head and decides to mingle, to intertwine with the Zoological Republic is that spirit of docility, being docile. being ignorant of so many sensitive things that that person should not be ignorant of. If not ignorant, tell me what that makes it wise that Kanayo is only finding out today that the Biafra land is being militarized. But that is not our headache. That Biafra land is being militarized or policed, that is the job Simon Ekpa is doing to make sure that at the end of the day that there will be no single checkpoint. That as you travel from where you said you went to and go back to Lagos without any checkpoint, that in the nearest future you will travel throughout to Biafra land and you will not see any police on the road to harass you. Neither will you see any kidnapper on the road because there's no police on the road, then kidnappers will not take over. Neither will there be anybody to harass you on the street, on the highway, on the state roads of Biafra land. That is what Mazi Simon Ekpa is fighting for. That is what that keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is what that made him to be kidnapped. Extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. For your people to no longer live as a slave in their own land. Because the Biafrans are literally living as a slave. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said the Biafra did not come. Biafrans will always be intimidated. Kanayo is just saying this in a coded way because of the same intimidation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is lamenting about. But for us not to continue to be intimidated, we have to do one thing and one thing alone. And that thing is to support the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile in everything that he's doing to make sure that Biafra comes. Without Biafra, this thing Kanayo is complaining about is going to be my to compare to what we are going to be facing in Biafra land. What he's just lamenting about bad road and the militarization of Biafra land and the policing of Biafra land, all those things are going to be what people will even be praying for to come. To be compared to what we are going to face if our land is being overrun by the Fulanis. That is one thing I want to let Kanayo to know. The bad road and militarization will be a child's play to what would have happened to us, would have been a child's play to what would have happened to us if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not stand on the gap. If Mazi Simon Ekpa did not say, never again. Never again should we live as people that has nobody. Never again should we live as people that their mother have died. Nanya ya na-ebizi ndụ ka ọkụkọ na-enweghị nne, ọkụkọ nne na nna ya nwụgoro. Nanya ya na-ebizi ka atụrụ na-enweghị onye nche. Ọ ya awụ ife ọwụ na-apụta n'ọtagbuo, ife ọwụ na-apụta n'ọtagbuo. Maka ụmụ Biafra nọzi ka atụrụ gbasasị agbasasị nke ọwụ na-apụta na ọtagbuo ụmụ Biafra. The Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in Azar said enough is enough. That we cannot continue in this manner. That enough is enough. That we the Biafrans cannot and will not continue in this line. And this year, December the 2nd, 2024, all these things will be a thing of the past. All these things will be a story. Because Biafrans will do everything to regain our dignity and our integrity. Biafrans will do everything to regain our self-respect and self-esteem. Biafrans are known for self-respect and self-esteem. But since the Zoological Republic come, the self-esteem and self-respect of the Biafrans disappeared all of a sudden. And that dignity is what the Biafrans, through our Prime Minister, is fighting to make sure is restored. And the restoration of this dignity of the Biafrans will start by the second day of December 2024. That everything they have done to rob us of our integrity, we are going to recover them all. We are going to recover everything. There's not even one single thing that will be left unturned. On this path we have chosen to go. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said we have chosen to go the path to fight and keep on fighting until something is done. To push and keep on pushing until something gives in. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said one thing must give in. Is either Biafra or everyone is lowered to go and meet the ancestors. But it's not going to be the Biafrans, but those that have come, that we will not leave. But those that said is over their dead body with the Biafrans leave, they are the ones to be lowered. While we strive as a people. Gone are the days Biafrans are being intimidated. Gone are the days that we are being intimidated for no cause. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu on the video we listened to said, if we continue in this path, we will be intimidated. And that intimidation is what the Biafrans don't want. The same intimidation is what that gives birth to what Kanayo is complaining. That he traveled 80 kilometers in the west, in Yoruba land, and he did not see any military or police checkpoint. But travel for 2 minutes in Biafra land, you will see military, police checkpoint, custom checkpoint, navy checkpoint, air force checkpoint, road safety. What have you? Yellow fever. All the uniform that they have in the Zoological Republic are being dumped here in Biafra land. And they are intimidating and molesting our people. And that molestation is going to stop. That intimidation, the Biafrans are bringing it to end from this year, the second day of December 2024. I salute each and every one of you Biafrans. Do well to share this program when you come across it. I'll end this video now in the next few seconds. Have your eyes on the ball. Everyone is coming to the stark reality that what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu Simon Ekpa is fighting for is what we all should put our effort together and fight for. That we will join forces together now to make sure that the coming of Biafra is as soon as possible. If you look at the picture here, you see this is Biafra land. The only place you can see anything like this is only in that part of the world. You can see the type of checkpoint that you're looking at on the screen. But that because we are ending it. The Biafrans are ending it, and it will never continue. Thank you so much, Biafrans. I salute you all. May Elohim continue to bless you. May Elohim make the light of his countenance to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May he bless you for all that you're doing to make sure that Biafra come. For all that you're doing to support Mazi Simon Banjoko. For all you're doing to support the Biafran cause. May he be your guide and watch over you till Biafra is restored. Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow. Do have a lovely day, a lovely night. God bless you, and remain blessed.